Well, I watched the actual Britain's Got Talent that Paul won. I watched that, saw him do his audition and everything just by chance, and like everyone else, she went, "Oh wow!" When he started to sing, it was the last thing anyone expected. So, but I didn't know a huge amount about his background, really, except that I knew he'd been born in Wales and lived in Bristol, and that he'd got a new set of teeth. I remember reading about that, but I didn't know, and of course, how big he got. I don't mean physically. I mean, how big his stardom just became huge, didn't it? I play Paul Potts' mother, Yvonne, and she colludes with Paul, really, in his love of music and opera, and she really supports him all the way through and adores him. He's her only child, and yeah, she mummies him, really. And and of course his father, played by Colin Meaney, Roland, really he's a Welsh steelworker, and would expect his son to go in a similar direction. And of course Paul is nothing like him, probably more like his mum somewhere. And so there's a lot of tension there. And Yvonne, his mum, who I play, is often in the middle of it. Oh, it's been lovely working with everyone. I mean, I love James Corden, and I'm a big fan of Gavin and Stacey, and I think he's terribly clever, and he's so touching in this. He's funny, but there's something very touching about him, and he's great fun. We've had great fun. When the four of us have been on the set with lovely Alexandra Roach, who's also just a gorgeous person and a really good actress, and Colin, when the four of us have been together, it's just been really good fun. Of other people, there was the Susan Boyle incident. Another person, she came on, and you thought, oh no, this isn't going to be. This is going to be something very painful, and this woman probably shouldn't be on the stage, and it's just going to be a matter of people laughing at her. And then she opened her mouth, and those moments are gorgeous, when people are nothing, that surprise you in that way, and are nothing like you're going to expect. I mean, and that was the same with Paul when he first sang the Puccini. I mean, it was so, in a sea of lots of other mad sort of acts, you got this gorgeous voice coming out. And it's an interesting journey psychologically, being bullied, and his relationship with his father and his relationship with his mother, and eventually having the courage to stand up and do it with a lot of difficult baggage. But also you've got James Corden, who's a huge following because he's just so funny and talented, and Alexandra Roach, who's an emerging star as well, and so and Colin Meaney, you see, but so it's got a great cast of people who are going to attract, and it's a really well written script. It keeps you involved.